Croissant or donuts, heavy metal or hip hop, flat or clipless pedal, you always have option. But when it comes to mountain bike suspension, you have two, air or coil. The 4060 frame can work with easier, so you can choose how you stay sprung. So air or coil shock, both have advantages, but at the end, it's up to your personal preference and how you want the bike to ride. So let's start with air. Air shock are naturally progressive, meaning when they compress, they tend to be firmer. This is really great for hitting berms or jump into bike park because it can really help you into variation. So air shock are super easy to set up. With not much more than a shock pump and potentially a couple of volume spacer, you can really change completely the feel of your bike and adapt it to your taste. This versatility is really great because you can have a proper setup for your home trails, but also completely change it when, for example, you're gonna hit berms into the bike park. Needless to say, air shock are generally also lighter. After all, air doesn't weigh much. So why choose a coil shock? If you like a super sensitive feel, a plush ride and the bike sticking to the ground, that's definitely the way to go. As coil shock doesn't need to keep high pressure into them, they generally have fewer seals. Fewer seals means less friction. Less friction, better rate of response on the trail. But that's where the plush side really comes alive. So fewer seals mean also more durability. So for you guys, bike wrecker, that's also less maintenance to do. Want to know more about the complete score guidance for suspension? Check the link below. So my 4060 frame or complete bike came with an air shock. And I want to run a coil shock. Can I do it? Absolutely. The 4060 frame have been developed to work with both. So which shock will fit my frame? So basically, most of the shock on the market will fit, but there is a few exceptions. Please check the chart and make sure that your shock that you want to choose is in there. If not, please reach to us or really check the measurement to be sure completely that it will fit within the frame. Some important number for you. The eye-to-eye measurement of the shock is 205 mm with trunnion mount. Concerning the stroke, for the LT setting, it's a 65 mm. For the ST setting, it's a 57.5 mm. Bushing and bolts are proprietary to score, so those you can find them to your nearest retailer or online directly asking us. For the hardware, it's a 30 by 8 mm. What do I need to swap the shock? Actually, it's quite simple. Couple of 5mm key, a wrench key, obviously a new shock, and a little bendlet to help you to maintain the wheel. That's pretty much it. So let's have a start and do the mechanics. So starting by the trunnion mount, generally what I do, I unscrew a little bit one side, starting the other side, then unscrew, just make sure to catch the bolt. Once this is done, you can use this little bendlet that will basically reapproach the wheel. Then you have better access to the lower bolt of the shock. Use your two 5mm Allen key, so you can be fixed in one side and just unscrew on the other side. And you can use a smaller Allen key to just push the mount out. So now your shock is unscrewed and you can put it out. Make sure to keep those little eyelet both sides with you. Just as a side note, this is a super nice thing that we spec on all our bike called Motofoam. So this will avoid to get some dirt underneath the shock. Once this is done, you basically just take your new shock and enter it on the same way you exited your old one. Important thing, check this little mark here is matching on the other side of the flip chip, the LT or the ST position, depending of the stroke of your shock. Once it's nearly tight, take your second Allen key, maintain the bolt on the other side and just screw all the way in. Then you can detach this one to have better access to the trunnion mount. Same as to put them out. I don't screw them completely before putting the second one. And then don't forget to screw the other side all the way through. Once all your bolts are done, just quickly check it with the torque key. This one seems to be good. So now that you've fitted your coil shock onto your bike, it's time to go ride and test this new suspension.